As you can see, the base is ready for the top and one with dupatta. The other dupatta is see-through, so I'm not coloring it right now because we will only color it once everything is over. So now we are going to do the embroidery in the dress. So this will come in the sequence, and this will come the small flowers you see. This will come in embroidery. So whenever you have to show embroidery, you have to use a thicker color. So I'm going with a poster color. um, I'm using white mixed with little bit of pink, and this is how the color would be. So it is very baby pinkish color. So this is the color which we are going to use for the embroidery. So I'll show you how to render it. First you have to color whatever the flower is in white color. Once you color it in the white, you will see the paint looks little embossed on the fabric. It looks like that a color is on top of a base color. So that's why poster color we use, because poster color is not just see-through color, it is a thick color. So this will help you achieve the embroidery effect. So first I'm going to paint all the flowers using just this pinkish white, and then we are going to do the second and the third tone for the same. So for this flower we need to highlight with a darker pink. So we mixed more of vermilion red to it, to the color, to make it more pinkish, to just highlight the embroidered flower. Again, you don't have to mix in watercolor, mix in poster color. So you see how thick the color is. So we are going to do the leaves, and the leaves are in slightly darker green color. So again, because it's a embroidery, we are using poster gray. We are using poster white, and then mixing green, one portion of green and one portion of black to it. So to get a darker green, so we're just going to do the leaves with this color. For every embroidery, use poster color, don't go for watercolor. So if you can see, it's a kind of thick color over it. Since we are ready with the first layer of the colors, now we will move on and we'll finish off the second and the third layer. So for the dress, the second layer is going to be in lightest green you have in your pencil color box. Basically a pastel green. Pastel colors are those color where you see when you mix white with a color, it become a pastel color. So you can see this green, it is more into whitish side, so more like a little deeper tone of this color. So you use this with gray. Since it is a pastel color, we are not going with brown or any other dark color. So let's see how we can do the folds. So wherever the line is, first you go with the line. Use your gray pencil, and again don't be so hard on paper, just move with comfortable speed. And then you have to kind of move your pencil around the gap, very slowly and very gently. You have to do everything in a very slow manner. Don't rush it, take your time. And the line you have drawn, it should mix, it should blend with the color which is following it. It should not look like a separate line, it should blend. And then once you are done, just move your green on top of that gray to blend it again properly. You have to blend until you are happy with the colors. If you are not, you have to keep blending, but with minimum pressure. So this is how your fold will look. This is how you have to do the rest of the fold. And do watch the speed drawing to how the rest of the fold turns out. So the skirt is going to be a satin skirt, and we are using these three colors to color the skirt. Um, and what you need to know about satin fabric is that it is just like silk, but the shadows are not very stark. It's a bit softer than silk, and yeah, you see a lot of reflection in the fabric. So let's get started. So we have to start with green and make sure you are blending in the color first, and you have to pick your places for shadows. So for example, here I am leaving the shadow part, like it won't be stark this area because this is coming around, so it will be just lighter than the rest of the part and more whiter, if you can say that. So I'm just blending in with my pencil. See, you don't have to use a different color to obtain a different result. You just have to use the same color which you have smartly. So keep blending your color. Properly, and then here we are going with some, not exactly white, but it's off-white grayish color which we are trying to blend in along with the green for giving that shadow effect, like a more of a white feel to it. So it is not proper white, it is bit like the lightest gray you have is it is that color. So just blend in this color along with your green. And then again blend in the white with your green. And the darkest color will come here. It is a gray color which is coming on top of that green. It's very important that you keep in your mind what fabric you are rendering from the beginning. When once you are drawing your design, that time itself you have to keep in mind what fabric you want to use for your garment, because it should reflect in your drawing. It's very important if you want the effects right, that you must understand what color is lending what effect. So if you see, the gray is darkest here and is getting lighter as we go further away, and you see then it's mixing up with the green, so we have to bring out that green. And then this grayish white is at the middle area, blending in with the green. So can you see there are three different shades? One is the lightest one, another one is the darker one, and one is the darkest one. So this is how completely we are going to do the skirt. I would suggest please watch the speed drawing as well to get the entire idea, since I don't want to make this video very long. So it's just a tutorial version just to make you understand how the color fall. Please follow the tutorial. Please go and watch the speed drawing to get a better understanding. So this blue is a brocade fabric. So first we are going to do the entire fabric with this blue color to match it up, and then we are going to do the lines with this darker blue. And the lines are not very visible lines, but if you look closely we can see the lines. And we are also using a little bit of white to it to make the line, to make it look the lines bit prominent. So let's start with the white. So white, say we will try to mix the color, just even out the color. And then we are going to use this blue. So we are going to do vertical lines over it. And since there is a design in the center, so we will try to skip the design and just draw the lines in the dress. So this is going to be for the entire dress, these vertical lines. And here the lines are going to be in this direction. Here the lines are going to be in this direction, vertical basically. So like you see, I'm doing the zari, and the color which I picked is copper color. So this copper color comes in fabric paint. You can buy the fabric paint to do the design. So just dab the color and just go over the detail. Use a very fine brush for it. Don't go for thick brush. I am using 00. So you can use the same brush for the design. So let's move on to dupatta. How we are going to do the dupatta? The dupatta is a combination of little pink, little red So I'm combining two portions of orange and one portions of scarlet red with white and lots of water, so you will get this color. Here you can see this color. And yeah, so dupatta is going to be in that color. So first layer we are going to do with that color. So first color all the empty area. You should not run your brush through the colored area. We will use pencil for that because we have applied too much of color, and if you move your pencil through the colored area, this might cause some issue. So I'm going on the areas where and since it is a see-through fabric, don't color it so dark. The color should be very watery. It is just the first layer, so make sure you are using a lighter shade, as light as possible. So you're done with the watercolor. Once it will dry, we will use pencil color over it. Second layer we are going to do with a pencil. It is orangish, pinkish color pencil, nor proper orange nor proper pink. So we are going to do the second layer and the third layer with this pencil. So in this area is going to be in darker color because it is a zari part or the lace part of the ghungat. So it will be much darker. We will use the total intensity of the pencil to get the right shade. Then we are going to use the silver pen to color the zari. I hope you learned something today. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe my channel, and also watch the speed drawing, the third part of the video, to get a better understanding of the drawing. Thank you.